Gnomes' windy hat adventure. Nobody could explain why, but every morning, the garden gnomes were never where they had been the night before. One evening, there were 3 gnomes standing by the tulips: Grumpy Greg with his red hat, Sleepy Sam with his blue hat, and Jolly Jill with her yellow hat. But the next day, they'd be lined up by the pond, and somehow, Greg would be wearing the blue hat, Sam the yellow, and Jill the red. The strangest part was that nobody ever saw them move. It always happened right after the wind began to howl through the trees, rattling the leaves and making the wind chimes tinkle. The gnomes seemed to love windy nights best. If anyone peeked outside during a blustery evening, they might catch a glimpse of a tiny hat tumbling through the air or hear a muffled giggle from somewhere near the rose bushes. Sometimes, the gnomes even ended up in the most surprising places, like hiding in the mailbox or peeking out from behind the watering can. One night, the wind was wilder than ever, swirling and swooping through the garden as if it had a secret mission. The next morning, the gnomes were all gathered under the old oak tree, each wearing a completely new hat: Jill with a polka-dotted one, Greg with a hat covered in tiny bells, and Sam with a hat that sparkled in the sunshine. No one knew where they'd found these hats, but they all seemed very proud of their new look. From that day on, the neighbors started leaving out funny hats for the gnomes, hoping to see what they'd wear next. Every time the wind blew, the gnomes changed places, swapped hats, and filled the garden with mystery and laughter. And even though nobody ever caught them in the act, everyone agreed that the garden was a much more magical place because of a little wind and a few mischievous gnomes.